FN Base, hello, how you doing today? You're first in the room. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? All right, good. Everybody can hear me. I'm a little paranoid now. Remember, I was having problems with the sound, or was it the video? I couldn't get the video to work, and then when I got the video to work, the sound wouldn't work. So now every time I log on, I'm all paranoid whether it's going to work or not. This new software, it's really taking a toll on me, I'll tell you. So I wanted to go over, I keep getting a lot of questions, what camera gear I use. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. This is not what the video is about. We're going to just shoot the bull about anything. So this is the remote control, but it's also a live television screen. So it literally will show everything in motion live as it is shot through the camera. So let's turn it on. This is a pretty cool unit. So in theory, I can put this 20, 40 feet away from me, aiming at myself, hit record and ride a bike past it. You know, those kind of scenes, or just walk upon it, or, you know, so it really is cool. Unfortunately, they're quite expensive. So let me turn this puppy on. And it normally takes about a good, it takes normally yabba dabba do. I'd say about a minute and a half, a minute. So the boot up time for this to connect and all that, it's quite I figure 60 seconds is a long time. And actually it is live now. So let me see if I can, it's going to be very difficult for that lighting. You see what I'm talking about? Can you see the video now? So as I move the camera around, and then there's the television screen. This is pretty high resolution. Going through this webcam, you're not really seeing much. You're not really seeing much, but it is pretty cool. If you guys are interested in it, no, I don't sell it. You got to go to Best Buy, and no, I do not offer any links below where you can get, where I make any money off of you. Turn it off. So this is the, let me get my reading glasses on, X3000. I think it's the FRD, FDR X3000, FDR X3000. And I think the camera by itself, if I recall correctly, you'll probably have to, like I said, go to Best Buy or Amazon. There's two packages, one without this remote and one with. I think the one with the remote, the package, I think it was a little over $500. And when you do the research, this, like you Google, literally Google FDR X3000 versus VS GoPro. Many people actually say this is better. I've never owned a GoPro before, so I can't contest to that. But that's why I bought this one. I was thinking about, and I've had this for a few years now. You might have seen this before, but most of my car videos or any video where I'm not doing a live chat is normally shot from this webcam here. I mean, I'm sorry, this action cam here. So like I said, you do the reviews online, and this always comes out ahead of the GoPro if you're ever interested. Other than that, let me put on my old man glasses. I hope everybody's having a great day today. I really don't have much to talk about. But every now and then it's good just to get out and talk. So right now, I've been experiencing some significant, I would say, censorship. If you were to go back and take a look at my videos, I'll start about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Give me, in all honesty, start about 30 days ago. My videos would get into the, I don't know, sometimes 1,500, 1,000, 1,500, even somewhere in there. And then lately, all of a sudden, because I go political and I'm trying to share important news and information, the videos are actually dropped down to 600. I've done nothing different but the content. And it is amazing to me the power of Google and how they really can control the minds of what people believe. And they control those minds by what we normally will believe what we hear. And if we don't hear it, we won't even know. The normal human being will not even conceive it. And if they do, it's considered a conspiracy theory because it's outside of the norm. So it is. I made a video, I'd say about 2 years ago, how Google can literally own this world and actually choose the path that people decide to go down as a society. It literally can change society by what they censor out and what they allow in. And it is amazing. Yes, there's rioting all around the world except for here. Oh, Lord, thank God this is working. Louisiana, Big Rouge. Man, I love that food down there. Country Prepper, Mr. Glock here. So if I recall, Country Prepper is now Mr. Glock. Fast Eddie, how's it going? Timothy Mack, gosh, I can't even speak. Law and Order Prepper. Yeah, a lot of preppers out here. I Can Hear You by RHOA. You're still on full screen? What happened to your good live streams? You're not. Oh, I'm sorry. You're still not full screen. Well, here's the situation. Let me see if I can do that. It doesn't. So I know what. Hey, Tony, what am I? What, 2/3 screen? What am I? I'm not actually viewing my screen. What am I? 2/3? That means almost a full screen. Come on, guy. Are you serious? What about now? Did the screen size change? Talk to me, Goose, from Top Gun. Is the screen size changed now? Yes, it's bigger, but how's the quality? See, the smaller the screen, I would say the better, no, the worse the quality, right? So has the quality decreased? I'm experimenting here because if the quality is still the same, there's no lag, there's no jitter, I'll keep it. But it seems to me I get better videos, more frames per second when the screen is slightly smaller. Not so clear, not sharp, decreased by Dr. Prepper, DD Prepper. Quality looks good to me. Oh, I'm getting a mixed bag of nuts here. So let me just compromise and just go a tad slower. I mean slower. I can't even speak. So I want a tad smaller. That should be a little bit better. Let's see, who else is here? I just amazed. Today's been a lazy day. We just got the garage epoxy, meaning they came and sand. We moved everything out of the garage. We sanded the garage down. They filled in all the cracks and epoxy and a couple of coats of clear coat. And as of tonight, we'll be able to drive on it. It's really nice. It's really pretty. The cracks that were in the garage floor are now invisible, and that ought to bring us, when we go to sell the house, that ought to help out a lot. So, let me turn on a few lights here. There you go. My little Iron Man bust. I got that when I was at Disney a few years ago. Your old setup, way a better picture. Well, YouTube is not allowing people to use their old setup anymore. They're forcing us to go with a decoder type of setup, which means you have to download software. Who else is here? So we got Fast Eddie, Silver Wolverine. Thank you so much for being here. Nathan Swolfs. Greetings from Belgium. Wow. Iron Man. Hi, OverTaxed TaxPayer. Greetings from Czech Republic. Couch Potatoes Kennedy. Maynard Wellman. Thank you so much for being here again. DC Irish. Pushing the Silver Shield coins. Thank you very much for being here. So I just uploaded a video about Hillary now accusing everybody for being a Russian operative. And I got to thinking, I think weird. I don't know if people think like me or something, but my brain goes off on a tangent. And I thought to myself, okay, we got 12 candidates on screen vying for your attention to be voted president. What is it, about 12? I get the numbers irrelevant. You got Biden and Warner and all the other people. All of a sudden, Hillary comes out and claims a few of those candidates are Russian operatives. And I got to thinking to myself, is this a way of helping the front runners win? Is this a method now that they're going to be doing to rigging their own Democrat Party's election, where you claim anybody that's a threat is a Russian operative in the hopes that people will drop them and not vote for them? Now I got to thinking also, well, these people she's accusing of being operatives, Russian operatives, they don't even have a chance in this Democrat election. I got to thinking. But then I also considered the fact, well, maybe this is a dry run. Maybe she's just testing her little plan out, and if it works, move on to higher fruit. Right now she's going to the low-hanging fruit. So I got to thinking, maybe, hey, is that what the Democrats are going to do now? In order to get their person, the one that they've chosen to win, they're going to claim all the other candidates are spies and traitors. But then I also got to thinking, I do a lot of thinking, who's the Russian spy really? The others, and I'll even admit, the entire Democrat Party on that stage did not sell 20% of our uranium stockpile to Russia. Only one person did, and that was the Clintons. Oh, I said one person and I put a plural on that, but you know what I mean. The Clintons did it. So who is the Russian spy? A little common sense here, but the news, don't listen to the news. They don't want you to think like that. They don't want you to do any critical thinking. Who's the Russian spy, folks? Richard, God, I'm getting old, or you need to eat some more carrots. Richard McCorkin Dale, thank you so much. And DC Irish 1213, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. If you are still talking about the political puppets, you are way behind. I don't think I'm ever behind. I just think people need to keep hearing what I'm saying and what many other YouTube channels are saying as well. They need to know that they're not the only ones sitting there and contemplating the same thoughts. They need to know what I'm trying to say is that they are not alone in their thoughts. So, no, I don't think I'm behind. It needs to be repeated. No more than the bad guys are regurgitating and repeating their stories about good people like people who are trying to uphold the Constitution. Can you talk about your opinion on Silver Morgans? I don't have an opinion on Silver Morgans, but if you get them, keep them. I like all silver. There's nothing, no opinion to it. If it contains silver, keep it. I have a few, and I really like them. Some are a little bit older than others. I think I have one that's virtually black due to patina or something on it. It's patina. It's an old freaking coin. I think it's from, gosh, I don't want to misquote it. I think it's from the late 1800s. I can't wait to buy housing and industrial buildings this next crisis. Pennies on the dollar. I agree. I'm going to be buying a boat. Richard McCorkingdale. It contains silver. I drank some. Yeah, I would like to get that. What do they call that? Oh, man. Silver, colloidal silver, I think. I would love to get my hands on some of that. One of these days. I'm just a little nervous of who to buy it from because I think I'm getting, I don't know, I'm kind of weird like that. I think I'm getting ripped off or something. So wheat pennies, I'm not into copper. Again, I'm not into copper at all. Why? Because you take one lousy silver dollar. Well, let's just say one silver eagle. You know how many pennies, how many copper pennies you would need to accumulate the wealth of one silver eagle? A lot of freaking pennies, dude. And that's going to take up a lot of space. Now, if you want to have the wealth of 1,000 silver eagles, you know how many pennies you'll need? I just don't believe in stacking pennies. I never did, and it's just my opinion. It's just too much space and not enough value for that space. InfoWars silver bullet colloidal silver is legit for Colts. Man, I wish InfoWars actually would come back to YouTube. I really do. I really he did go off. I didn't care for all that. What was that? Projection where they can project themselves into the future. I didn't believe in a lot of shit, the science fiction stuff he spoke. But when he did talk about politics, I a lot of it has been proven true. A lot of those conspiracy theories, including 9/11, was considered true. True. But when he got into this, I forgot what they called it, where this future, I don't know, they can put themselves they can project themselves somewhere on it, and in the future, I just didn't buy it. I didn't buy it for a second. Do you have copper you can't make small or change? Most of the world considers fluoride a neotoxin, but we have it in our water. Yeah, definitely. I don't understand that. Why? They say what fluoride does. It actually pacifies animal instincts. Not that, and humans, we are animals. You got to face it. And we have I wouldn't say a fighting spirit. And what it does is they claim it actually tapers down that fighting spirit. Perhaps we're more easily controlled that way. Perhaps we are more gullible when we don't have that spirit anymore. I, for one, have a Berkey water filter. 99% of all my water I drink comes from that Berkey, and it has fluoride filters on it. Look them up. They're awesome. Greetings from San Antonio. Love San Antonio. Love being on the Riverwalk. Pumpkin Face. Now, there is a name I have not seen for a while. Thank you so much for being here, Pumpkin Face. Elijah Cummings. When I heard of his passing, and the Lord might strike me down, I couldn't help but being a little glad. I'm going to admit it. I believe truly he was a traitor to this country. He was a traitor to the people, the black community, who he convinced he supported. I do not believe he supported them. I believe he used them. All right, somebody asked me to do that. Somebody asked me to, and I'm going to get another bobblehead soon. We're winning. We're going to win so much, you're going to get tired of winning. I drink a lot of soda, not water, and I'm angry as hell all the time. All right, Rockin' Rod, thank you so much for being in the house. Denmark, wow. You know what I like? And I don't know if they're right. So Danish prepper in the house. So every now and then I see those Danish butter cookies. Now I don't know if they're really from Denmark, but I'll tell you what. Oh my Lord, I love those things. I remember one time my wife and I went to a Christmas party and they gave her a box that exceeds the width of my hands. You can't even see my hands. And I freaking chowed on butter cookies for like 6 months. I love those things. They were sugared butter cookies, butter cookies. We see them in the stores with the uh, in the in the foreign food sections. Love those things. Silver is $17.55 an ounce, but remember, 4 months ago it was about what, 14? So don't tell me we don't have a chance with silver. We have a chance. For those who bought at 14 3 or 4 months ago, there's what I've been talking about. Feeling on Tulsi getting called a spy. I just spoke about that $0.50 about 15 minutes ago. Maybe not quite 15 minutes ago, but I also just uploaded a video specifically about her and the Clintons. Literally uploaded it, I say about an hour ago. It's actually getting censored because normally my views, I normally average, and it does taper off, but I normally average on the first 2 hours 300 views per hour. And then yes, it does taper off. I noticed the first hour I only got 100 views. And the video before that, 100 views. I'm not even breaking 1,000 anymore on viewership because I believe I'm being censored. See, it's easy for me to be a good guy and play by YouTube rules and only talk about silver and make a few dollars per video. But sometimes you can't. You got to talk about what's real. And that's okay, because if only 100 or only 500 people view those videos, and that's 500 people more than zero. And I rather it'll come back to me one way, shape, or form. Anonymous, have you seen the news article that says 20% of all colleges will fail in the next 20 years? What are your thoughts on colleges going out of business? I can speak specifically about the University of Arizona here. It is amazing how, with the rates that colleges charge, colleges are expensive and, in my opinion, should be treated like a business. What do I mean by that? A business should be able to support itself based on the quality of the product it is selling. They are selling a product which I think is bullshit. It's mostly brainwashing and propaganda, but nonetheless, that's the product that people are going there to learn. Okay, they're charging an awful, god awful lot of money to be brainwashed, and the government's still subsidizing them. Does that seem fair to you? So if a product is not good enough, they're still going to succeed because the government is subsidizing them. I don't understand this. And then a lot of these school teachers, these professors, are getting on left-wing news outlets and preaching their propaganda also. They're promoting on-campus riots and all kinds of leftist groups. They're promoting violence against anybody who chooses to go to their school and speak outside of their thought. They arrange riots, and I don't believe in colleges. I got my college, I got my degree before the colleges turned this bad. I mean, they've always been bad, but I think some people are wise and know that they know what they're being taught, and I think some people just go there, like myself, and just study what we're supposed to study and take it with a grain of salt. That's me throwing salt over my shoulder. I wasn't brainwashed, as you can tell, but I knew in order to get that paper degree, I had to recite what they told me to recite on my test. It doesn't surprise me. I don't think a lot of people really need college degrees. I mean, there are things, engineering, of course, chemistry. I understand all that. The doctors, the medical, I understand that. But for what most people do, they don't need a college degree. And it's been shown that many people who do not have college degrees actually make equal, if not more money than somebody who has a college degree. What do I mean? Because most people who have a college degree give a large percentage of their paychecks back to pay off student loans. Guy without the college degree, he might make a little bit less, but he's not paying on student loans. And he's doing just as good as some of them. It's basically, as Half Dollar said, conform. Show us on this test that you are conforming to what we taught you. I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. I got my ass beat on the streets of New York. And then when I got home, I got my ass beat again from my parents for doing whatever I did wrong on that particular day. And then I got my ass beat from my parents yet again because they found out what I did yesterday. They didn't catch it then. They found out. It's basically the School of Hard Knocks and failing. I've done a lot of failing in my life, and I think that's the most important kind of school there is, to fail. Obviously, if you keep failing over and over and over, but if you can learn from your failures, you'll never repeat those failures again. Anyway, enough of the boring stuff. Silver is going to be worth more than gold. I hope so. I'm not seeing it, though. I see silver going up to $500 an ounce. I don't see it going in the thousands. There's a lot of YouTube channels that think so. I would love to think so. I would love it for it to happen. But reality, I don't know. Have I checked out the new Queen's Beast? No, I haven't. I haven't. There's been so many repairs. I actually got the website up now. Queen's Beast. Queen's Beast coin. So many repairs in my house, I postponed all silver purchases for a little bit. So APMEX. Let's take a look at the new Queen's Beast. I got the lion. Ooh, this one's nice. It looks like a freaking, whoa. It looks like a horse with freaking snakes coming out of its head. Or ram's horns coming out of its head. Wow, with freaking upward facing fangs. It's called the Yale. 10-ounce Queen's Beast Yale. Wow, that is gorgeous. Nice. Would you sell any silver if it reached $100? I don't know. That's still, because my belief is really that it's going to go higher. I would feel like I'm selling myself short at 100. So I would be selling at 100 knowing, oh boy, each coin I could be making a lot more money if I just hold on to it a little longer. White Lion or of Mortimer. I'll have to check that out. I really will. 59 viewers. Just wonder if I can get a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I love silver, and I'm going to set another goal as soon as all the repairs are done. I want to get another few hundred, and then I'm going to move into strictly gold. I want to get some gold. I envy everybody that has gold. I have no gold except for a couple of 1/10 ounces, and literally, they're smaller than a dime. I don't know if you pick up a dime, I'd say they're half the size of a dime. I would say 2/3 the circumference of a dime, and slightly thinner. I loved my silver until I moved. I don't know what that means. I hope you didn't get rid of it. None. Your old setup was way better picture. I apologize. Did you get the silver shield? By DC Irish. I don't know what you mean. I didn't go out and buy a silver shield. So I don't know what you mean by that. Did you send me a silver shield? Is that what you're asking? Other than that, I did not go out and buy one. How much would that gold be though? I don't know. I really don't know. I'd rather have 200 ounce bars than gold. We'll see. Hi, brother. I'm from Rincon, Puerto Rico. Walking at the track right now, doing some exercise. Thanks, man. That's awesome, man. Get your exercise in. Believe it or not, I do work out myself. I'm back in the gym now for about 3 or 4 weeks. And hopefully, I'm feeling really good. Did you see gold going to 10K? Absolutely. I would say you wait a few more years, gold will be there, or close to it. Let me phrase that. You'll see a trajectory towards 10 grand. Let's put it that way. I have never sold, and I've been buying silver 2007, 2008, somewhere in there, and I've not sold 1 ounce, not once. Now there was a time when I for you folks know I used to have that nice cabinet in Pine Top. At closing, they wanted some money down, more money than we had saved. And at that time, I considered selling. I was so desperate to get that cabin. I considered selling half my stack in order to obtain that money. And luckily, I did not have to do it. Sir Gowan, what is your favorite coin in your collection, OverTaxed? I have an army coin. A couple of army soldiers on one side, and in the back side, gosh, I wish I had it with me. It's all in the safe right now. On the back side, it looks like the presidential seal. It's a beautiful, gorgeous coin. I also love my Queen's Beast. By the way, that army coin was gifted to me. Somebody sent it to me. One of my subscribers. Ballroom on Mars, of Mars. How's your heart been feeling during exercise? So thank you so much for asking. I get out of breath a lot. I'm still on the heart meds. I've been squatting, a lot of squats, man. And I'll tell you, anything takes the wind out of you, it'll be squats. So the squatting is a little difficult for me. I do reps of 5 or 6, maybe 7. I just keep the reps down, catch my breath. I wait about 3 minutes between each set to make sure my heart levels come down a little bit before proceeding on. And because my reps are so low, I do about, I would say 9 sets. I mean, obviously, if I was doing 10%, I would 10 per set. I would do less reps, but because I'm doing smaller reps, I do more. I make it up by doing more reps. Is what I'm trying to say. It's difficult. You get out of breath, really out of breath. But my doctor said, and I asked my doctor, can I get back to working out? He says, go for it. I said, how hard can I push myself? This is the lead guy in Tucson, cardiac. It says you push yourself as hard as you can. It's okay. The body will let you know when it needs to get some air, and it does. I don't I don't believe I have a Trump coin. To the best of my knowledge, I don't have a Trump coin. I have a Bitcoin coin, silver Bitcoin. Yukon Cornelius in the house. Notes for you. Good. Do you have all the American Silver Eagles? I would bet you I do. As long as I've been stacking, I've never lined every year up to determine that, but I'm pretty sure I have pretty much every year. Crystal 4, I recently had to sell 500 ounces to pay medical bills. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. No, and you know what? You had the money. Remember I said silver is a better savings account than a freaking bank savings account? Many people cannot save cash. They can't. Regardless if it's held in a bank or not. They can't save it. But there's something about silver. It just takes up space in your safe and you don't even consider it until one day you're desperate enough. And you had it. And that's what it's all about. You had it and it saved your ass. All right, so I'm embarrassed. Seaway 44 says, I gave you a Trump coin. Okay, I have a Trump coin. I don't remember every coin I have. And Seaway 44, you got me. I'm humiliated right now. So I did vaguely remember having a Trump coin, but I didn't want to misspeak. I said I did not have one. But I vaguely now remember one. He's a sideways profile, and you can see his hair hanging down low. So my apologies. That's sad when somebody gives you a coin. I don't got it. I've never had one. And somebody calls you out on that. That's embarrassing. Um, yeah, so you had the money, and that's all that matters. Peter Oro. Hello, overtaxed taxpayer. Thank you so much for being here. Other than that, I think I have just about every Silver Eagle year there is, down to I think 86-ish, 87-ish. Yeah, Peter Oro. It's been a while since I've seen your name also. I used to see you when I was in the condo. George and the Dragon. Let's see, 10-ounce Valiant coin featuring, I'm going to Google that right now. 10-ounce Valiant coin. Let's take a look. Valiant coin. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. That is a beautiful coin. It is a horse, guy on a horse, a knight on a horse jumping over a dragon, shoving a spear into the dragon. Wow. That is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous coin. History, the London history, here in the house. Tucson is pretty nice right now. I think it's right around 90 degrees. It's really nice. It feels like a fall day, like summer's just turned into fall. You know that where the air gets a little light to breathe. It's easier to breathe, if you know what I mean. Sometimes when it's really hot, it's hard to actually. The air seems to get thicker. George is slaying the dragon. Beautiful coin. None has got the three pumpkins out there. Did I ever tell you one of my favorite when I was a kid, and actually kind of still is? One of my favorite seasons always it was Halloween, believe it or not. I don't know why. I like Christmas too, But there was something about Halloween. I just loved that. I don't know, getting out in the cool, brisk air and just having fun. And I remember my parents, they weren't wealthy or anything. We used to have this cheap 99-cent plastic mask with the rubber band. You know, you had the Casper one, or you had I don't know, there was a which one. It was just a plain plastic mask. It just covered just this section of your face and had a little string rubber band around it. That was our Christmas. That was my Halloween costume all my life. That's what my parents bought us. Here you go. Get out of here. Go get some candy. And I remember the smell. You put it on. I don't know if you all remember. You folks who are a little older, you might remember that smell when you put it on. 76P10 wanted to thank you on one of your videos where you said you were prepping for a while and nothing happened, but you found yourself spending to your last. Yeah, I believe what I was saying is when I first started prepping, I was into a lot of YouTube channels, and a lot of them were prepper channels back, I don't know, 2010-ish, 2012-ish, and they were all fear-mongering, and I didn't know shit about prepping. And I got caught into it. I mean, I got nervous and I was constantly spending money I didn't have on shit I didn't need, all due to this fear mongering. Oh, any day now, the world's going to come to an end. And every time you tune in, well, it's another couple of days. And you turn in a couple of days later, well, it's another couple of days. You know, there was a routine that all prepper channels have. The shit's going to hit the fan on the third quarter of this year. And then when it doesn't, well, it's going to happen by the end of the first quarter. And then the same thing would happen the next year. It's going to happen by the end of the third quarter of this year. And then the same thing would happen. Oh, it's going to happen by the first quarter of the next year. You go back and you watch any prepper channel, and that was the same freaking timeline they kept giving you. And I kept falling for it. I was buying shit I was putting shit on my charge card just to get food in the house, thinking any day now it's going to happen. And that's one of the things I wanted to share with people. Don't freaking fall into that, because I was the guy who fell into it. 2010, 2012, right in that timeline. Here we are, 2019. The shit hasn't hit the fan yet. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to. I'm saying have some food on the shelves, but don't go into freaking debt, and don't spend your mortgage and your freaking car or anything like that. You know, the money that you should be paying towards your car or anything like that. Don't. It's not going to, it won't happen like a light switch going off. It will happen very slow. It'll be like a slow lobster boil. Unless something catastrophic happens, it won't happen overnight where you turn off a light or turn on a light and boom, the world's scraping for food. No, I'm sorry, folks. It's not like some of these YouTube channels are trying to convince people. And they're doing it for views. They're doing it for views, as well as a lot of the companies that they are pushing the products of send them free stuff. Like I always wanted to have a rocket stove. Just Google what a rocket stove is. And they would push it. You need this. You need this. Oh my God, you'll have no fire. You need a way to cook. You need this rocket stove. Look how it does. And they would get free rocket stoves. They would get free this, free that, free clothing, free solar this, free battery charger, solar battery. You go back and look at some of these freaking prepper channels from back a few years ago. You'll see what I'm talking about. Don't fall for it. It ain't going to happen overnight. I agree. Everybody needs to prep. Everybody needs to have food on their shelves. Everybody should have a minimum of 6 months of food on their shelves for each family member. But that doesn't mean you have to the end of the week to do it. I was freaking stressing out. I was coming home. We need to pull the money out of the bank. We need to pull all the money out of the bank. They're going to start freaking taking money out of the bank. And then a week, 2 weeks go by, nothing happens. 30 days go by, nothing happens. My wife's looking at me like I'm a freaking idiot. And she should, because I was an idiot for believing everything you hear on YouTube. I believe 6 months. But Silver Game of Thrones, you do whatever you think is right for your family. You're the master of your house. You got to do what's right for your family. If it's only 3 months food, if it's only 30 days, you do what you think is right for your family. For me, 6 months is easy because it's just my wife and I. You might have a family of 5. 6 months is a lot of money for a family of 5. So you got to do what fits in your, you know what I mean? Richard McCorkindale, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So don't play that. Don't. I mean, those videos are cool, and they got some of the fanciest weapons, and they got a lot of high dollar equipment, and prepping this and prepping that, and they all of them. They got links below their videos in the description. Click on this link and buy this, and click on this link and buy that, and they're making money on every time you click on that link and buy something from their Amazon site. Where was I? 6 months, yeah. So that's my opinion. But it's easier again. It's just my wife and I. But 6 months is easy to obtain. Yeah, they've been threatening us about food shortages and the bees. The bees! Oh my God. The bees, they're not going to have any vegetables. The bees. The bees. There's no bees. Everybody's freaking out. And Danish Prepper, get some Danish cookies for your shelves. Those butter cookies, oh my Lord. He's talking about getting food on his shelf. I said, well, don't forget your butter cookies. Carl 28560, I am cooking rabbit stew right now. I've never had a good rabbit stew. Honestly, I've never had it. Rabbit, I learned the hard way. You have to kill it and somehow keep the gut intact. Otherwise, the urine sac or whatever it is gets into the meat really quick. It's like the circulation system goes backwards or something. I don't know. And every time I've had rabbit, it tasted foul. So I have a feeling a lot of people just do not know how to clean their rabbit, or when they shoot the rabbit or trap the rabbit, that organ has ruptured. So I don't know what it is. Acceleration rules. Bees are everywhere on my property. Rogue silver. The bees. I have a shitload of Mountain House food also. So it can go mobile. I learned how to can my own food, dehydrate my food. And thanks to those fear-mongering channels, I do. So Dan Bull, hi, can I please have your suggestion? Isn't it cheaper and less stressful just to buy whatever gold you can afford directly from a government mint, really online dealer, instead of buying your silver waiting for the ratio to change? Well, nobody here is waiting for silver ratio to change. We're buying our silver because the silver prices are at its lowest or close to its lowest. And the same thing with gold. You can buy your gold now. We're not waiting for anything to change. We're praying for a change, but we're not delusional on that hopium, if you know what I mean. Silver collector in the house. Your thoughts on 401ks? My thoughts on 401ks, if your company is matching you, that's free money. Their portion is free money. Take it. Do your 401k. I love cryptocurrency as well. I keep saying I just started stacking, but I was one of those naysayers. I always was a naysayer of crypto, and I've seen a few things, and therefore I'm late to the party. I think I started with cryptos 5, 6 months ago, give or take. So I'm kind of new to it. So I'm hoping to get caught up. Is it really important to integrate yourself into the community, neighbors, without them knowing you're a prepper? Yes, it is. It's important to get to know your neighbors, get to know the people around you, whether or not you want them in your group, your group of survivalists, or you have a group, but you go out there, you kind of get to know them. You know who will be who. You know who will be what kind of person if the shit does hit the fan. So yeah, you go out there and Lord knows, if you meet somebody good and they're worthy and they got some kind of skill set, yeah, invite them into your group. But no, I think it's fine to go out there and get to know everybody. I mean, just because you're a prepper doesn't mean you should seclude yourself from non-preppers, especially your own neighborhoods. It's very important to get to know them. It's kind of like getting to know your enemy. You know they're not the enemy now, but you know when their kids are starving and they know you have food, they will be the enemy. Acceleration rules. 401 is a scam. I wouldn't say it's a scam. It's actually helped me out. It really has. It's paid off all my heart attack bills. You know, I had a heart attack about a year and 4 months ago. A lot of bills came in. My 401k paid off almost all those bills that the insurance companies wouldn't cover. So no, it's not a scam. I mean, there might be a time in our future where you might never see a profit, but for me, it's done well. IMF chief on television tonight, 60 Minutes. That might be interesting. Renee Michael, thank you so much. What's a good hunting rifle? Well, there's so many of them. There's no right answer. I mean, a 22, depending on the animals that you want. I mean, uh, I hate giving rifle information, but a 308. It depends on the game that you're hunting. You know, you go hunting with a 22 for crying out loud. Um, so I got a 308 myself. Some people swear by a 7 millimeter. So yeah, you could do a hardship withdrawal. Exactly what I did, Christopher. You read my mind. As well as 401ks, if you got enough money into it, you can pay off your high interest credit cards. You still owe that money, but you owe that money back to yourself at a much lower interest rate. And that interest rate is paid back to you because you're borrowing it from yourself. I would love to own an M1 Yukon. Yeah, I would love to own one. I think you can hunt with an AR. Yes, you can. I'm just scrolling down looking at some of the comments. And I think Donald Trump would agree. It's been a while since I showed you this. It's been a while.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much.
Love it. Love it. Love it. He's been kicking ass. He's been kicking ass. They're throwing everything they got at him, and they can't ding him, man. Pre-1964 Winchester. 30-30. Nice. I always said no. I will never swap gold for silver for gold. Never. I think it's foolish. You're paying a premium. Every time you buy a silver coin, you pay an extra $2 or $3. Whatever the premium is irrelevant. Now you're going to take all that. You're going to trade it in. You're going to get some cash back. And you're going to buy your gold. And that's going to charge you a premium. You buy your gold piece or pieces. And you got to pay a premium again? No. Keep your silver and just save up for your gold, my friend. Your thoughts on side hustle under the table. I think anytime you can make a buck, you should. Nothing wrong with that. You think your politicians don't have a side hustle? You think somebody's not paying them to cast a vote in a certain direction? If that's what it takes to survive and feed your family, I'm all for having a side hustle. And if I could, I would. That's by Carl 28560. Thank you so much for the question. Mr. Christopher, yes, 1700, 300, I'm sorry, 1,700. He wrote that a little wrong. I think he did a typo. Basically 1730 in ounces. Or no, he's got a comma between the 1 and the 7, so I don't think he meant 17,000. 17,000, the comma would be after the 7. No shit. No, he's saying no, he put his comma in the wrong place. He's got 17,000 ounces of silver. Holy shit, I don't even have close to that. I'm envious. Can you adopt me, Christo? I'm looking for a new dad. That's a lot of fucking silver. Spectacular. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I don't have close to that. I never tell anybody what I have due to OPSEC, but that's ridiculously a lot of fucking silver. Excuse my language. That is a lot of silver. Budget bullion. Yeah, I believe him. Absolutely, I believe him. Budget bullion stacker. How is everybody today? I is good. Christopher, I keep it everywhere. Yeah, you ain't bugging out with that silver. That's a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight. But you know what? 17,000 times, was it seven? Someone told me today it was $17.55 an ounce. There's my fishing boat right there. Christo 4. He's got my fishing boat in his safe. JM Bullion bought Provident Metals? I did not know that, Rock and Rod. My thoughts? As long as JM Bullion stays, does business the way they've been doing it, I've got no problem with JM Bullion buying Provident Metals. I've never bought from Provident Metals. I heard they were good, but I got no issue with that. I know a lot of people have complained about JM Bullion. Um, I don't know what it was, what it is. I don't know if it's one time and it just put a foul taste in their mouth. You know how some people will get disappointed one time and never, go back to them. I bought multiple orders and never been disappointed. Never. Uh, the product has always been there. There was never any damaged product. Um, I I can't explain it. And no, Jam Bullion is not a sponsor of this channel. I'm just telling the truth. 85 ounces of gold left. Wow. I don't even have 1 ounce of gold. I'm envious. Good job, Christo 4. Whatever you're doing right, you're doing it right. I hope silver, Game of Thrones, I hope silver does dry up. I hope silver is unobtainable in the future. It'd be good for us silver stackers. Cauldron 2091. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, whatever Christo's doing, he's getting it done, Peter Oro. Thanks for the comment. I don't even have 1 ounce. Oh, man. That's crazy. Let's see. So, what do you say? 85 times, what is gold up to? Shoot. I don't even look anymore because I don't even buy, I don't even have gold. But what is it? 15, 14? There's my fishing boat right there. He has 2 fishing boats in his safe of mine. Well, anyway, I'm going to call it a day. I really appreciate it. Again, I uploaded a video. I hope everybody goes and checks it out and shares it. I've been going through, I mentioned it in the beginning of the video of this live stream, that I've been going through some censorship problems. Normally my videos get up to 1,500 to 3,000. These videos are not even reaching 1,000 anymore. And I'm not doing anything different other than talking bad about some of our politicians. So I'm thinking that the algorithms are catching my speeches, my words. They're able to then put you somewhere where nobody can see you. So I'm going to let you go. I just uploaded a video. Hope you all at least look at it and pass it around. And anyway, gotta run. Silver Britches in the house. I apologize. I know you just got on. But I got to run. Jay Silver Bravo from Cleveland. Again, I apologize that you just got here. I really appreciate it. It seems like every time I say goodbye, there's a rush of people that come in. Althea Delacroix, thank you so much for being here. The big oily guy, a name that I haven't seen for a while, is here. So everybody just came in the door as soon as I said, gotta go. But anyway, folks, you have a great day. Thank you so much. Jay Silva Bravo, you have a great night. Thank you. Philip McCurdy. Just they keep coming in. These are new names that have not been here 5 minutes ago. Philip McCurdy, thank you so much for being here. I got to run. Been on for over an hour now, and got to take care of business. Got to go and do some chores. Take care, folks, and have a great